Hello, everyone with Disability Days with Dalton. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. As you guys probably can tell, I have two wonderful guests, and we are going to introduce them in a few moments. But for those of you who are new to the channel, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like, subscribe, share, and comment buttons. So I'm going to introduce you to my friend Grace. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
Thank you for coming. And her mom, Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you guys for being a part of my channel today.
Thanks for having us.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to ask both of you some questions. I'm going to go a little bit different than I've normally done on my other stuff. I'm going to be going back and forth between the two of you. So Grace, I'm going to start with you. What's the best part about having Down syndrome?
I'm gonna make all of friends. She said she makes a lot of friends.
Well, that's awesome. More friends, the better, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry?
I'll get Publix. She says she works at Publix.
I love Publix.
Yeah. She makes a lot of friends there. I did.
Which Publix do you work at, if you want to share? That way my viewers will be able to find you.
Okay, Fair Hope, Alabama. Point Clear is the name of it.
Oh, cool. I'm sure some of my subscribers will probably go by and see you. Miss Kathy, how did you feel when you first learned that Grace had Down syndrome?
Well, so I learned when she was born. Actually, it was after she was born. A lot of times people have a test beforehand that'll tell them, but it didn't show up on the test. So it was kind of shocking to me. At first, I was really surprised. And I was kind of worried, honestly, that my daughter was not going to have a full life, that she was not going to be able to make friends, that people might be mean to her. I was worried about that. But none of that has been true. She has been a social butterfly. Oh, yeah, she makes a lot of friends, which is what she said is the best part of having Down syndrome. So,
go ahead.
That's. I think that's all I have to say.
The more friends, the better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grace, do you have any pets?
You can do.
What kind and what are their names?
I got a brown case. Her name is Winnie. She has a hamster named Winnie. Wonder Pets. She's named after Wonder Pets. And I got cat. Two cats. Callie and Baby. Callie and Baby.
I bet you're lucky to have all those animals.
How about you?
I have a dog named Cora.
That's mine.
Yeah, she's still a puppy, but she is she's a fun little dog.
Our cat, we call her Baby. She's still a kitten. We haven't really named her yet, so we're still looking for a name. See, that's why we call her Baby.
So,
but we're still working on it.
So, guys, that would be a good idea then. So, if you guys have any suggestions for the cat's name, put cat name in the comments, and then what suggestions you have for them. Right. So back to you, Kathy. What is one thing you're really proud of Grace?
So Grace had a dream. She really, really wanted to work as a bagger at Publix. That was what she wanted to do, and by gum, she did it. I'm really proud of her for that. She's been working there for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years now, and she had to work really hard to get to the point where she could do that. But she did it. So
My brother got top. Subway.
yes, her brother just got a job at Subway.
You can't go wrong with Subway too. I like that place.
They bring us home expired cookies. So
Yeah, as long as they're still good cookies.
oh, they're still good. They just can't sell them after a day. So
Yeah, that's
don't tell
for,
anybody
Yeah,
that.
don't.
that's for me too. Like sometimes if we have stuff expired, we can either bring them home or like stuff that we can't sell at my job, we can like bring them home. Like
Oh,
sometimes,
yeah, movie theater, right?
right. And sometimes I'll actually come home at the end of the day with like big bags of popcorn.
Yeah, good one. Popcorn.
Okay. Grace, what's your favorite movie or TV show?
Okay, my favorite TV show is a personal cartoon.
Paw Patrol and Curious George.
All my favorite shows.
They're her favorite shows.
And Go Digger Go.
Go Diego Go.
Bobby, Joan,
Barbie, Dora,
Airplane, Dusty Carabon.
Dusty Crop Hopper. That's a new one we just got her. What was that movie you were telling me you really liked?
My favorite movie, Hanging Out 2.
Inside Out 2.
Oh, I love that movie.
You do?
Yeah, I love the first one. I love the second one. They were both amazing.
They're very creative.
Very creative. Okay, so Kathy, how has parenting a child, well, Grace, with Down syndrome changed you as a person?
Aside from, meeting a lot of different people that I wouldn't normally have met, I think it has made me a more patient person. I can be pretty type A. And I mean, I try to work on that, but, you have to slow down and be more patient. So I think that it has definitely helped me in that regard.
That is like just slow down and be able to
Be more patient.
exactly.
I needed to learn that since I was a kid. In fact, I used to pray that God would give me patience. So he gave me a daughter with Down syndrome.
I am.
Yep. Because things take longer for her, and I like to. I'm a go, do things now, get it done. Person. I'm in my job. It's everything is very fast. I have to be very fast. So yeah, learning to slow down and be more patient.
Understandable. And I got your message about the fourth, so I'm gonna bypass. What is one thing, Grace, that you would change about the world if you could?
Food if anybody.
She said enough food for everybody.
I love that answer. That way nobody would go hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Kathy, I have two ones for you, and you can answer them as long as you would like to.
Okay.
What advice would you give to other parents raising a child with Down syndrome or any other disability?
Oh, you can that.
You heard him say that. So I guess there's a poem that I like to give out, which I guess I should have printed out, but it's called Welcome to Holland. And I often will give that to people. It was given to me. And it's basically talks about how having a child with Down syndrome specifically, but I think any disability is kind of similar, is like you're going on a trip to Italy and you're excited and you plan to go on this trip and you get the brochures and you pack and you buy extra wardrobe. Maybe you get your hair done special and you're going to go to Italy and you're all excited. You have this itinerary and you know what's in your mind, what's going to happen, and this is what you're going to do. And you get on the plane and you get there and it's not Italy. You're in Holland. And Holland is not what you planned. And you're so upset. Like, what the heck? I was planning to go to Italy, but you're in Holland and you have to stay there. But the important thing that you need to remember is that Holland isn't a horrible place. Holland has tulips and windmills, and it's beautiful. And you might even find a Van Gogh painting or two. And it compares that to having a child with Down syndrome, in that when you're pregnant and you're expecting a child, you have all these plans and ideas of what it's going to be like. And then when you have a child, see, I'm tearing up. When you actually have a child with Down syndrome unexpectedly, the way that I did, it was a shock. It was very shocking. But it has not been a bad thing. It's been a beautiful thing. I've met a lot of people I wouldn't normally have met. I've met you. And I don't know that before I would have even, known what to say. But I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot, and it's been a good thing. And yes, there are Rembrandts here too. And there are Van Gogh paintings here too. So, Grace takes longer to do things, kind of like Holland is slower paced than Italy, but it's
A bit.
yeah. So that's a poem that I like to give to parents, and I feel like it really helped me. So again, it's called Welcome to Holland. You can find it on the internet.
And we will actually try to find this poem and put it in the community tab. So be looking for that for my subscribers. And my next question is, how do you advocate for for Grace in school or other settings?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that when you are a parent of someone with a disability, especially a disability where the person might have intellectual disabilities, or someone who doesn't, have the ability to have a voice for themselves, you have to speak for them and you have to step in. And I have had to do that so many times. When we were in school, I had to constantly, they had meetings and they would try to take away her therapies or tell me that she couldn't be in this class or that class. At one point, they wouldn't let her go to a certain school that I wanted her to go to, which wasn't that much farther away. And I ended up making a compromise with the school as long as I brought her to school. They were most concerned about the busing issue because they didn't want to have to bus her. And I'm like, fine, I'll bring her to school. I brought her to school every day for like 4 years.
Cool.
Yeah, remember when we lived in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
With Miss Sandy? That school. So because all her friends were going to this, they were moving up to junior high, and all her friends were going to the junior high. And actually, the lady who was the teacher there was fabulous. Miss Sandy. Yeah. So, and then when we moved here from Las Vegas, we live in in Alabama now. I started homeschooling. So that wasn't as much of an issue. But Miss Sandy actually gave me all kinds of papers and things to help me with homeschooling her and taught me how to homeschool her. So that was kind of cool. But the other thing is with work. Grace works at Publix, and she works at Publix Fairhope now, but she used to work at a different Publix. She actually met your girlfriend there, Emily.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, so they were friends there. But there was someone who worked there who doesn't work there anymore. And they were.
My turn.
You want to tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're having like my boss, John. He's tired.
No, I'm talking about something else, but okay. She's saying her boss, John, retired.
Yeah.
And he did, but we're not talking about him. We're talking about somebody else that used to work there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that person really didn't understand, and they were in charge, didn't really understand Grace's special needs. And I tried to explain it to them, but they were just not really bending or willing to really listen. So what ended up happening was she wanted Grace to go out in the parking lot.
It's not safe.
It wasn't safe for her. Grace really doesn't have the spatial awareness of what's going on around her as much as I would like, and I didn't feel like it was safe. So I asked for an accommodation to be made. Not that she would not do the work of going into the parking lot and helping people in the parking lot and gathering carts, but that somebody would go with her, and this person was just not willing to do that. So I ended up going with her. Every time she would work, I had to go with her and make sure that she was safe in the parking lot, and that was for like a year.
Parking lot.
Yeah. So eventually, a parking lot.
Yeah.
You know what a parking lot is. It's where the cars park. You know that. She's just trying to be a part of the conversation. So anyway, I guess my point is that you have to be an advocate for your child. Eventually what we ended up doing was just moving stores, and then that person is not there anymore anyway. But you as a parent, if you're watching and maybe you're new to being a parent with a child with a disability, if you are, then you do have to definitely have to speak up for your child and be their voice for them when they can't be, if they can't be. And that I see that as my job. That's part of my job. But as a parent, if you already are a parent and you know this, if you've been a parent for some time, that's part of our job. But our goal is to get to the point where you're able to be independent and being your own voice. So I think just like with being a parent of any child, I've got a 16-year-old son who's typical, doesn't have special needs, and he just got his first car, he just got his license, he's got his first job, and he's off right now. He's going to be I guess he's not at work now, but my point is that it's the same thing. With a typical child, the goal is independence, and we'll get there eventually.
I'm off too today.
Yeah, you're off today.
I appreciate both of you being on my channel to share your stories. In closing, do y'all have any last brief words?
You want to say anything?
But what?
I don't know.
Just like inspiration or anything like that?
I got a girl.
These are her girls. Those are her companions.
Hi. Yeah, I do.
Miss Kathy, do you have anything?
I just appreciate you having us here. I love the fact that you're doing this, Dalton. It's very professional. Like, you have the software, you got it. You even walk me through the steps, which is what I do with my own clients. That's pretty cool, and I love it. And keep going, because you're doing a good job, and it really doesn't matter about the numbers so much as if you're touching one person. I'm an entertainer, and I had a clown tell me once that the most important thing when you're working is you find one moment in your day. You find one person that you touched, and that makes it all worthwhile. So even if you're working for like 5 hours, if you just have that one moment where you make someone's day, or you influence them, or you help them to laugh or feel better about themselves, then you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys being here. And thank you guys for watching this interview. Will have more to come and more fun videos. As I always say before I sign off, every video, everyone has a disability. You just can't always see it. If you haven't done so again, please like, subscribe, share, turn on the notification bell. Make sure all notifications are on so you'll get everything. Everyone has a disability. You just can't always see it. And we will see you in the next one. Until then, peace.
Bye, John.